Who encourages you to audit them. Another day of auditing out here in the field. If everybody will please hit the thumb up upon entry. Let's boost the algo so Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of the clan can boost the sale. Hey, good morning, Claudette, Gary, King Charles, the real King Charles. Where's his stick at? Add as a modulator. Get that block diagram going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. She looks unspecified. She really is. This cop that you see on the screen, she looks like she has murder in her eyes. She has sin in her eyes. That's what she looks like. She has sin. She has murder in her eye. This is the cop, the one that you see on the screen here. This is the cop from the Joliet, Illinois, Joliet Police Department. And when I was there making sure government was not complying, instead of her taking that report of government not complying, instead of her enforcing the law, she said that I was loitering inside the city hall. Moments later, about 20 minutes later, the same cop is investigating a felony committed by her own employee that ripped up a public record. See the level of stupidity that some people go to? Guys, sorry about that, guys. I got a call that came. Sorry about that, guys. I got a call that came in, and I'm sorry about the loud sound when I go live. Hey, Nightcrawler, what's cooking, bro? Hey, Mindless, why are you saying that dumb shit, bro? Don't come in here disrespecting my mods. Let's put you in a timeout. Georgia Transparency is in the building. GA, what up, boy? What down, boy? So yeah, let me continue here. What I was saying is that
in a quarter mile, keep left to stay on
this
west.
This employee that you see on the screen, this cop right here, like I said, she told her sergeant that I was in the building loitering when I made myself very clear on why I was there.
Keep left to stay on I-90 West.
I was there to confirm if the government agency is complying with the law or failing to comply, right? So instead of her actually enforcing the law,
I-90 West for 2 miles.
Instead of this police officer,
2 miles, take
let me lower this.
For I-294 north toward Wisconsin.
Yeah, instead of this employee actually enforcing the law and holding her own government staff accountable, she said I was loitering. 25 minutes later, the same police officer is investigating her own employee, one of the employees that her colleagues, for a felony, destruction of a public record. So let me ask you guys this question. Since this police officer right here has murder in her eye, right, has sin in her eye, has death and destruction in her eye, and that's just my opinion. The way she was looking at me, I was in fear for my life. With the same eyes with the same eyes that you see her looking at you on the screen, she was looking at me, right? So do you guys believe that she's going to have an impartial police report when she creates a police report on the destruction of a public record, a felony that was created by another employee? I'm not sure. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna obtain her public record, her police report in a few days, and see exactly what she put on. We're also going to see if she shut off her body camera when she was interviewing her colleague who committed a felony by ripping a public record. Right? But you see the level of incompetency, you see the level of incompetence, you see the level of dishonor, you know what I'm saying? The level of dishonor for, instead of a government employee verifying that, hey, these laws are to be complied with, she mentions the word loitering. All right, moving on. We have another employee to speak about from, let me see if I could pull up her picture. Now, this employee right here, she's probably watching live right now. This is a deputy clerk. This is a deputy clerk from, like, listen to these theses, right? Listen to how far some of our government staff stoop so low, you know what I'm saying, when they completely violate the law, disregard the law. This lady who you see on the screen here is a deputy clerk for the McLean Clerk County Office in Illinois. I went in there live streaming, recording about 6-7 days ago. I spent time and money on that investigation. I had to drive out from Chicago all the way down there to McLean, which was about a 2-hour ride. As I went into their office, I asked this supposed to be honorable government staff member who identified herself as a Freedom of Information officer. I asked her if she could make available, or where is her purpose displayed? Where is the city clerk's, where is the county clerk's purpose displayed? Along with the budget, along with other identifying items. Oh, I like that, GA. I like that. Salute to you, bro. Instead of her making these records available as required, first of all, instead of her displaying these records prominently, she failed to do so. So immediately, I jotted down on my paperwork, official misconduct. When an employee intentionally or recklessly fails to perform a mandatory duty required by law. If everybody would please hit the thumb up, we have 196. We have 200 people currently watching. And there's no way why we shouldn't have these numbers up. If we get to, we're boosting it up now. If we get to 100 thumbs up right now, if we get to 100 thumbs up, we are going live on an auditing. We are on our way to an audit right now. And as a matter of fact, we are going to do a revisit right now of somewhere where you guys have been waiting for anticipation. So let's get back to this employee that you see on the screen. The employee that you see on the screen, she failed to display these records prominently as required by law. Then I asked her if she could make these records available as required by law immediately. Out of 9 records, she did not provide her purpose. She did not provide their budget. She did not provide approximate number of employees. She did not provide a block diagram. She did not provide boards, commissions, fees allowable under Section 6. She did not even provide methods on how to submit a FOIA request, right? It's a complete dereliction of duty. So what happens next? I suspect bootlickers, as you know, bootlickers are filthy trolls online. They want to have this, instead of this employee doing her actual job, she turned her back on camera in front of everybody, and she said a sly comment, a real nasty comment. She said, "Oh, I guess if I bring you this document, that's not going to be enough for you." No, ma'am, it's not going to be enough. You're not going to bring one document and think that's enough, and then you claim you're bringing one document, but that's not even it. So then after that, she turned her back. A disgusting troll or a bootlicker, I'm suspecting, sent her an email with instructions on how to copyright and have a video removed from YouTube. So what did she do, this government employee? She lied under oath, which is a wonderful thing because we get to document the malfeasance and the dishonor from our supposed to be government integrity, government honorable public trust. She lied to YouTube, and she said that there was some private information in the video, and YouTube reached out to me and told me I have 48 hours to blur out some images in a specific time period of the video, and or delete the whole video in total. What did I do? She sent me, or I received the privacy complaint from YouTube immediately. Within 2 hours, within 2 or 3 hours, I sent her over an email of a demand to retract her baseless and false YouTube, and I cited case law in there that government officials cannot suppress members of the public, to hold government accountable, monitor government, and to speak about government fully and freely. That's against the law. What did she do 2 hours later? She followed my instruction. She retracted the false copyright claim to YouTube, and the video will no longer go down. The video will remain up on my channel. Now, here's the key. Here's the key right here is what I'm trying to figure out. What would be the reason? Two things. Number one, what would be the reason why this employee would lie under oath and claim that there's private information, such as either a home address, a private home address of somebody, a social security of somebody, and or that's really about it. Some type of unique identifier, private information, right? Either she lied straight up, which she did, because there's no private information whatsoever, right? And or she could also want this video to be taken down. Guys, we got 300 people watching right now. If you guys would all please hit the thumb up. We need to get 100 thumbs up so we could go live immediately as soon as we get to our location of auditing, right? We are on the way right now. If we get 100 thumbs up, we're gonna go live. We got 200-300 people in here. There's no reason why it should not take you 1 second. So again, back to this employee right here. Does this employee want the video taken offline because it's showing her actually committing a misdemeanor? And not only a misdemeanor, it's actually not only a misdemeanor, it's actually showing her committing a felony, right? What do I believe is the felony that took place when I was at that government site inquiring? Is concealing of public records. What was she concealing? Was she, wait a minute. Did she intentionally or recklessly conceal these records? Well, if you watch the video and you look at her sly comment, That's showing you intent, right? Her intention. So again, I ask, what would be the reason? What would be the honest reason why this supposed to be honorable government staff member, who I believe is highly intelligent, who I believe in order for her to be in that position, she is highly intelligent. Could it be the reason why she wants that video removed off YouTube is because it's actually showing her in official misconduct? It's showing her concealing a public record. It's showing her in breach of peace, committing a crime. It's showing her dereliction of duty. Could that be the reason why she wants it off YouTube? Now, think about this. To the person who sent her instructions, 99% it's a bootlicker or a troll offline. What could be the motive or the intention of a troll wanting a video removed from the internet that's showing our supposed to be beloved government in breach of peace and official misconduct, violating the actual law? What could be the motive behind a troll wanting a video of a government staff member not to do better, but to actually aid and abet a potential crime taking place? You see the logic and the stupidity of these trolls, these online anonymous trolls. But the beautiful thing is, this lady that you see on the screen here, this deputy clerk, she immediately removed her false claim, which is a good thing. She saved herself, listen to the key word, she saved herself from further litigation. The 45th Ward Alderman in the city of Chicago has been sued and settled for $175,000 because people were talking about him on his government-issued Facebook page. And he went inside of it and he was removing private citizens' comments who disagreed with him. Right? So what ended up happening? They took that government official, which she is, they took him to court. And he settled. I think he settled because he didn't want to take it to trial. He didn't want to sit down 12 white folks in front of a jury and try to convince the people, the American people, that he was suppressing their right and on the verge of committing a crime. When I say white people, black people, you know, Spanish, whatever, a mixture of the 12 white people, of the 12 people in general, Arabs, Chinese, you name it. So instead of the employee who, well, he did settle. He paid out $175,000. He didn't want to go in front of the jury, in front of the peers of our people, and explain himself. What were the comments saying, first of all? What did the comments say, first of all? Second of all, why did you delete these comments? Instead of it going to trial, he decided to settle. He said, fuck it. The government official, he's so rich. And or that's probably coming out of the taxpayers, right? He probably didn't pay that out of pocket. The $175,000 settlement comes out of the taxpayers. But you see, that's the line that we're setting up these employees for if they want to get that radical, right? If they want to try to suppress your right. You know what I'm saying? This is the line we're setting them up for. As a matter of fact, we're not setting them up. They're setting themselves up. Why? Because we got to dish these folks out. We got to dish out the dishonorable, and we got to put the intelligently, the people who are going to actually follow the laws. Look, what's the word? Voting season is around the corner, right? When is voting? You folks know better than I do. Voting is around the corner. We want to interview the people that we're going to put in office. We want to make sure our government staff are showing the real integrity that they're supposed to. They're going to show, discharge the good faith, uphold their United States Constitution, state and United States. We want to have the right people in office to administer the right way and show compassion with the people, show integrity with the people, show faith with the people, good faith. You know? It's not right to have government officials 70 out of 30 just be so horrible, so nasty, so wicked, so what's the word called? Dismissive, so much disdain, right? This employee that you see on the screen for Jesus Christ, I simply asked a FOIA officer, which she is a FOIA officer, if she could produce her purpose, the county's purpose. What did she do? She brought out a piece of paper that did not have the purpose on there. It had a bunch of irrelevant stuff on there. And she doubled down and lied to me right in front of my face like I'm a dumb fucker. She said, here is our purpose. And she pointed at a piece of paper that did not even have the purpose. So it's showing you intentions. It's showing you deceit. And this is why it's very important. This is why it's very important for people to monitor government, the private citizens to monitor government to ensure, we got 400 people in here, to monitor government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest, right? If we recall, the first two paragraphs of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act is very clear, and it's very uplifting and powerful for the people. Pursuant to the fundamental philosophy of the American constitutional form of government, it is declared to be the public policy of the state of Illinois that all persons, you and I, all persons are entitled to full and complete information regarding the affairs of government and the official acts and policies of those who represent them. Such access is necessary to enable the people to fulfill their duties of discussing public issues fully and freely, which we are doing, to ensure that the government is conducting itself in the public interest. The General Assembly hereby declares that it is the public policy of the state of Illinois. You see, I could keep on going with this, right? Why do mods block hating trolls? Because we wish, here, let me tell you this. This is my opinion right here. No, the mods, they only time out the trolls. I'm the big chief, I get to block them. Here for all the trolls watching right now, right? For all the wicked trolls that are watching right now, hear me clearly. The trolls right now that are watching right now, first of all, you got to define a troll. A troll is an adult who spends time online harassing and saying belligerent, disgusting, disturbing things, right? But here's this. This is karma. This is just how life revolves. For all the trolls watching right now, I wish what you wish upon auditors and what you wish upon me happens to you, your children, and your loved ones. And let me make myself clear. If you trolls wish health, wealth, and prosperity towards auditors, I wish that your children and loved ones receive an abundance of health, wealth, and prosperity. Once again, let me make myself very clear. The trolls know what they wish. They got it in their heart. For all the trolls right now watching, whatever they wish upon me and wish upon auditors, I wish your loved ones and your children receive what you wish upon auditors and upon me. And let me make myself clear. If you wish upon the auditors health, wealth, and prosperity, I wish your children and your loved ones receive an abundance of health, wealth, and prosperity. How wonderful does that sound? Right? But you see, it doesn't work out for the trolls. Nor does it work out for the wicked government employees, or for the deceitful government employees, or for the officially misconductly. There's a new word for the day. Officially misconductly government employees. That's not gonna fly no more. That's not gonna fly no more. We are right now, we're building up litigation. I'm not gonna say against who or what, but this is not the first string. He said, dude is talking to no one. I'm actually talking to 300 people watching, 204. But somebody put that peon or deed or dead. Somebody could put or dead in a 4-minute timeout, 5-minute timeout. Let him sit in the corner and realize what he said. So you guys see my good words, right? I am close to my destination anyway. We are going to go live. Some people are jealous of success. Sean Allen says, I haven't said anything yet. Yeah, you see, I've been doing you guys something real good, man. I'm doing it for the people. You guys want to see these things live? No problem. Your professionalism is unmatched. Hey, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I give the other auditors, all the 9,000 auditors, I don't know, about another year or two before they start reading their FOIA code. I give all the other auditors about another year or two before they start knowing all the violations that these employees are committing. Because like I said, the employee that you see on the screen right here, she committed 3 crimes in my presence. What other auditor do you see that's claiming the employee committed 1 or 2 crimes or 3 crimes, right? I'm not dissing, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying I want all the other auditors to do better. I want all the other auditors to do better. It's sad and sickening when I see other auditors keep getting slapped down, arrested, violated, all that nonsense. But there is a lot of great auditors out there that are doing real big things, man. Salute to them. Everybody got their own, way about going about it. All right, guys, get us 12 more thumbs up because we are close to the destination. This is the only way we're going to beat the algorithm is when we all work together, right? When we work together. So now, how does that sound? How does that sound to all the trolls that are watching? How does it sound to all the trolls that are watching? When I claim, when they come in here and claim all the claims that they claim, and then I go ahead and turn my finger around and I say, I wish these trolls, them and their loved ones and their children, receive what they wish upon auditors, what they wish upon me. And then I clarify, let me make myself clear for the 3rd time. If these trolls are wishing health, wealth, and prosperity towards me and auditors, I wish them, their loved ones, and their children receive an abundance of health, wealth, and prosperity. All right, we're 10 minutes away from, I'm sorry, we're 10 thumbs up away from 100 mark. Yeah, Susan Bessie, she's good. She's real good. not only are we putting these little trolls in timeout, I would recommend one of my mods going to their channel, taking screenshots of these trolls' channel names. Because here's the thing about trolls. The trolls, and I'm not saying this just to say it, I say this based on their comments. I hold them account to their comments. So the trolls, 9 times out of 10, the trolls are wicked. They're disturbing. They're disgusting. They're unethical. They're not American. The trolls are not American. American would be proud. He'll be free, right? He'll exercise freedom. These trolls are anti-American. These trolls have no culture. These trolls have no ethnicity. These trolls have no heritage. These trolls have sin. These trolls have death. These trolls have anger. These trolls have hate. So the beautiful thing is to do a collage of these trolls in their misery. That's why I recommend any one of my modulators to take screenshots of these trolls' pages so we could do a Google search and locate some information about them. So when we make our final collage or documentary or whatever it's called, we could probably call the documentary "The Downfall of America and the Bootlickers that are taking part of it." You know what I'm saying? While I'm here holding government accountable and confirming and guaranteeing that government will comply with the law, and I may just be some dude off the street, right? Here's the bootlicker sissies want to aid and abet a criminal government employee who wants to disgrace the public trust. Man, I'm telling you, these bootlickers, they will do well. They will do so well on a nice, beautiful documentary having their full name. Alrighty, and you guys came right on time with that 100 mark thumb up. Right, trolls are sucking away their own freedom. How disturbing can you be of a suspended adolescence? An adult, imagine an adult calls himself a troll. But you sound like you're off your rocker? Good for you. Who's the lady on the screen frozen? I already discussed that. You might have to rewind the cassette. Rewind the reel to reel. You folks are watching a reel to reel right now. See, that's what the trolls are good for. They're good for aiding and abetting. That's what the documentary should be called. Trolls and Bozos and how they interfere by aiding and abetting dishonorable government employees who are concealing public records and concealing. Hey, Cajun Randy, a Louisiana binder. I don't have that one. Nobody requested that yet. I could go ahead and generate that for you if you are interested. I will create one for the state of Louisiana. Alrighty, and another thing, guys, that we are only about a few minutes away. We're about 20 minutes away from our destination. I'm not going to confirm or not if I am driving. Yes, I am in a vehicle. I'm not going to confirm or not if I am in the driver's seat or passenger seat. I'm not going to confirm nor deny. However, let me tell you this much. Where I'm headed right now is a revisit. And it's a well-needed revisit. Tribe deleted that idiot. He timed out that idiot Dakota. All right, so check this out. I want everybody in the comment section to press the number 1 if you want me to live stream on the same video. Now, if you want me to restart a brand new one and live stream immediately, press the number 2, because we are close to our destination. Come on, man, spam the comment section. Let me see who's all in here. There should be a bunch of 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and or 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Either one works. All right, guys, please do me a favor. It looks like we're getting a mixed match. So here's what we're gonna do. Because sometimes people get confused with these streams, right? So I think I'm gonna shut this one down and I'm gonna open up a brand new one. But please, brand new one now in the next 16, 17 minutes. I'll give you guys a thumbs. I'll give you guys a notice, right? A few seconds before I log out, I'll tell you guys, hey, refresh your browser. Please, as soon as you guys log into the new one, please make sure to hit the thumb up. Yeah, open up a new one. You got it. You got it. Could somebody give me suggestions of what I should call the new video? What should the title be? Something in the lines of well-needed revisit, or First Amendment audit revisit, or live in the field. What should be the name of my new stream that I'm in a few minutes? It says we got 15 minutes on the counter. Now let's talk about other things here too. And you know what? Here, let me tell you this much. This agency that I'm heading to right now, these people, they perform wickier than wicked. They performed the first time I visited them. I only visited them once. This will be my second time. First time I got there, they were wickier than wicked. They ended up calling the police. Let me just tell you that much. I'm not going to tell you no more. The first time I visited these people, what did I confirm? I confirmed their ignorance of the law, their ignorance of FOIA. I marked down on my paperwork official misconduct, concealment of a public record. I checked off my checklist, nothing out of nothing. I brought it to their attention. So now this revisit is well needed and beyond well needed. It's needed, really. Bro's feelings are hurt. Bro's feelings are hurt. See, that's why, for example, do with this troll, I'm on shit. But what we'll do is we'll you see that you're not in the arena. All you could do is you could talk in the comment section with your right hand out, right? You're not in the arena. You don't have the privilege to have an opinion. Your opinion doesn't count, nor does it matter. You troll. You're not in the arena. Hey, you troll, this is what I want you to do, bro. I want you to go to the Illinois Toll Authority and check on their FOIA language. I want you to go to Volo, Illinois, and check on their FOIA language. I want you to go to the PACE headquarters and check on their FOIA language. I want you to go to the city of, man, I got 30 names that I could name right now. While you're sitting like playing like a sissy in the behind keyboard warrior. Your opinion does not matter. And the healthy thing is for you to be blocked and you would be, that's the healthy thing. So you know, for you no longer to be able to comment. That's the healthy one. Alrighty. We are closer than ever to our destination, guys. The anticipation. Is she in charge of evidence locker? Like I said, this officer that you see on the screen, getting back to her, I think that she's going to be biased on the police report, right? Because her sergeant told me that he will put the destruction of the public record created by the employee. Now, if you guys remember, the employee, what was her reason? Let me see if I got a picture of the employee who created a felony. Yep, here we go. This employee right here. So imagine the sick and disturbing things. Here's what happened. This employee that you see on the screen right here, a felony. She committed a felony. Her reason was, she ripped up my FOIA request. Her reason is because I'm not doing it properly. I'm not filing FOIA properly. Imagine her telling the member of the public, your FOIA is not filed properly, right? I know how to file a FOIA request because I know the section 3C specifies upon a public body receiving a FOIA request shall immediately forward it over to its FOIA officer. So here's how disturbed and wicked and possessed trolls are, the online trolls, right? The anonymous trolls. The trolls want to send this lady, this government official who's supposed to be honorable, they want to send her an email with instructions on how to have the video removed from the internet. So are these trolls that disturbed that they want to aid and abet an employee that committed a felony, committed a crime on camera? You see what I'm saying here? Do these trolls, not the world, do these trolls not want the world and the community and the neighborhood not to know the crime that's being committed by our beloved administrators, by our beloved government? You see what I'm saying? How wicked these trolls. This is why when I came into the auditing scene, it kind of like, it disrupted the narrative, right? Because what I'm doing is faithful here. What I'm doing is in the right here. What I'm doing is justified by the preamble of the constitutional form of government, the first two paragraphs of the Illinois Freedom of Information Act. To monitor government, to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest, to speak about government staff fully and freely. 9,000 auditors The auditors are taking a decline. The auditors are taking a decline. The auditors will continue to take a decline until the auditors pick up their utensils, start informing themselves about the law, and start holding government accountable the right way with results. 9,000 auditors will take a decline. Alrighty, I'm about 6-7 minutes away from my destination. 9 minutes away from my destination. Look at what this coward says. That's why I like my mods. Bro, stay out of people's business unless you're prepared to do something, not just idle talk. I can see how you talk and no one will take you seriously. You're a joke, man. No, you got emotion. You're coming in here with your right hand out while you speak. You're the one who's speaking in emotion. You dumb peon, you dumb peon, you dumb peon. Listen to this theory. My channel and my so-called character and all that garbage, that's already built up. I have evidence, I have proof, I have a catalog, I have a magazine, I got statistics of confirming that government. Look at the Oakton College saga. They made a show, they went viral. They made donkeys out of themselves. Administrators, think about that. Educators made donkeys out of themselves to turn around and apologize and comply with the law. You're not a judge. Bro, you're not a judge. I never said I'm a judge, peon. God is the only judge. Beyond that, here's what we did for you. Here's what we did for you. Here's what we did for you. We built up a channel name already. We built up statistics already. Now, when we go to court and we hold the government official accountable, which we're already in court, and let me say the government official accountable, I'm not going to say no names. Our paperwork, our writing, our writ, W-R-I-T, is going to show a pattern of wicked, dishonorable government staff throughout the state of Illinois. It's going to show a pattern in practice or something in that nature. So this is not just about one or two what you call isolated situation. This is about 150 plus wicked, deceitful employees that want your bloodshed. When I say want your bloodshed, that's just my opinion. They want you to be arrested and or escorted and or tased or removed unlawfully by police officers who they think is their personal bailiff. You're talking about judge. These employees think they're judges and have private security or private bailiffs. When it turns around, the officer comes and engages me, and he gets bored when I start speaking. He wants to walk away and says it's above his pay grade when I start speaking to the officer, as I'm setting the officer up for compliance. Not only am I setting up the employee for compliance and honor, I'm setting up the responding officer for compliance and honor. While we got sissies in the comment section, they want to speak with their right hand out. Right, exactly, Claudette. The servants commit the crime, and the trolls want to protect them. How disturbed, how mentally unbalanced, or fluids jingling and juggling do you have to be? How imbalanced are their fluids jingling and juggling in their stomach? For a troll want to try to protect and aid and abet our government beloved staff member committing a crime. Don't you folks know that there's those quotes out there that say injustice against one person is an injustice against all. Man, these trolls are so weak. Their logic is so flawed. They are of serpent, which is the devil. They rather not have the government employee comply with their own job. They rather not have the employee show us their purpose with integrity and a smile and faithfulness to discharge their duty. They would rather not have that. They would rather have an employee lash out, snatch a camera out of a free citizen's hand, slap or spit on. See what I'm saying? How disturbed these people are? But the good thing is, we get to build a documentary about these wicked people, these trolls and all these naysayers. In the end, I'm going to release a nice, beautiful documentary, and it's going to show you how these people have become possessed, how these trolls have become possessed. They're watching too many soap operas. They're watching too many what they call anti-auditor, anti-frauditor, right? But them people are going to be exposed. I'm going to do a nice brief on them. But in the end, here's what we want to do. We're going to guarantee compliance, right? We're going to guarantee compliance with government staff. That's what we're going to do. All right, all right. Like the police saying, all right, all right. All right. We are a few minutes. And look at this idiot, Stefan. He's saying lens lickers. Let me tell you how the word lens lickers came about. From that anonymous troll who's trying to hide himself, Jonathan Hulutz, Frauditor Troll. Frauditor Troll is one of the kings for these trolls, right? And he's, you know, when people watch too much news, too much fake news, they start believing the shit they're watching, right? That's the same thing with these trolls. They watch these Frauditor Troll channels and they build up hate inside themselves so they could hate on other people, exercising their right. So the way the word lens licker came about is because Frauditor Troll, he created that word. He said, I'm getting fed up with people calling us bootlickers. And fine, we're going to accept that we are bootlickers, but we have to give them a word of the people who follow auditors. Why not call them lens lickers, right? But he accepted his faith that he is a bootlicker, so he wanted to call somebody else lens licker. Now, if we think about the word lens licker, that's actually a good word, but it doesn't describe what he's saying it does. If I was to believe what a lens licker is, it's of the troll, or it's of the aggressor that walks up to somebody exercising their right in public. Let's say FAPA, freedom of press agency, is recording in front of a dispensary. Here you got a coward that's so angry that will walk up to the auditor's camera, put his face so close to the camera and almost lick the camera. That's what I would consider a lens licker. But then again, let's stay on topic here. I'm just saying these things so when you guys see the final documentary, you guys could all put the math together. Alrighty. Yeah, and just for that claim right there, we're gonna go ahead and put this peon in a timeout. Just for me mentioning that, the peon deserves a timeout. Let's put him in a 5-minute timeout, just for him having me talk. All right. So here's the deal. See, for example, somebody like Barry McCocker, he gives us a picture of his face, and he says a stupid comment, right? Like that's gonna excuse. You don't know what my walk is. You don't know what's going on really. But he gives us a picture of his face so we could add him to the documentary. And not only that, all right, we'll continue that conversation at a later time. All right. He just hasn't had anything happen to him or one of his. Well, you know what, Barry? Let me slow down. I don't know if you're dissing or you're talking about a troll. My apologies if you're not. All right, but here's the deal, guys. We are encroaching upon our destination relatively shortly. If you will all just... There's going to be a documentary. Yep. There's going to be a documentary. It's going to be including all the trolls, the downfall of America, according to the trolls. Right? All right. Oh, okay. I feel you, bro. My bad. So here's the deal then. Here's the deal. We are at our destination now. If you guys will please, I'm going to refresh this stream now. I'm going to start a new one. It's going to be called Live Auditing as we speak. If you guys would please immediately hit the thumb up. I'm going to close out of this one right now. Refresh your browser because I am going live right now. And with that being said, please spam the comment section when I'm in there. Everybody press 1 right now if you want me to shut down this live and go live right now. Everybody smack the number 1 right now. Fill it up with ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, we're signing out of this one. We're signing out. We're going to open up a live stream right now. Everybody, please refresh your browser now. And if everybody would please hit the thumb up immediately. Hey, Crystal. What's up, girl? We got to give you that stick. Add as a modulator. Long time. All right, we're going to shut this one down. Restart your browser right now. Thank you.